Hello students of class 7. So today in this lecture I am going to discuss about division of decimal numbers. Already in my last lecture I have discussed about the multiplication of decimal number with a whole number, with a decimal number and with a number 10, 100, etc. So now in this lecture I am going to start with the first number, the first point, that is when we have the divisor as 10, 100 or 1000, etc. Suppose if we have in numerator we have a decimal number and in denominator we have a number 10. Then what will happen? See, here you have to check only the decimal point. There will be no change in the numbers. That means number will remain same. Here we have the numbers 4, 3, 5, 1. That will remain same. Only there will be a shifting of the decimal point. And the decimal point shift towards the left hand side. What will happen in multiplication? What was happened in multiplication? In case of multiplication, the decimal point shifts. There also, in that case also in multiplication also there was no change in the numbers, but there is a change in the decimal point. So what was happened there? In that case the decimal point shift towards the right hand side, but in this case the decimal point shift towards the left hand side. So so how many places it will go, that will be our question. So see here, I am dividing this decimal number by 10. So what you have to check? You have to check the number of zeros after 1. So here we have only 1 0. So the decimal point shift towards the left, and how many position? Only one position, because after 1 we have how many 0? Only 1 0. So the answer is 4.351. So this is our example number 1. Similarly, see example number 2. I am taking the same example, but here I am dividing it by 100. So what will happen? See, the numbers will not change. Only there will be a change in the shifting of decimal. So it will be how much? 1, 2. Because after 1 we have 2 zeros. So it will be 0.4351. You can also divide the decimal number by 10, 100. Like here I am not dividing it. This is the direct technique. What I am saying, this is the direct technique of doing. But if you want to divide, you can also divide and check the answer. So I will do this question by dividing and we will get the same answer. Okay. So see, I have done the division. How to do the division? See, 43.51. I have divided it by 100. There is another process, like you can replace the decimal point and you can multiply this 100 with 100, because after point we have two places. So you can multiply by 100 like that, and 100 into 100 will be 10,000. Then you can do what? You can divide 4351 by 10,000 also, like that way, by eliminating the decimal point. Then also you can divide, but here I am not eliminating the decimal point, as in many question in higher classes also, whenever we divide, we have to divide it directly. So you need to remember this method also. Okay. So see, 100, first of all we have this 4. So 100 zeros are 0. Then we will subtract it, we will get 43. Again 100 zeros are 00. Again we will subtract, we will get 435. Now we have 3 digits, here also 3 digits. So here now we can multiply 100 with 4 to get 400. Then we will subtract. Then 3, 5 and 1 we have to take from the next step. So 3, 5, 1, again 3, 100 3s are 300, so 51. So after that, see, here we have no digits. So what will happen? Already we have the decimal point. Already you know how to mark the decimal point. See, after this position, when it comes 43, then we have to write the decimal point. So decimal point will not come here. Decimal point will go to the quotient. Already you know this. So I have not mentioned that. Okay. So now from here, see, here from this position 5 1 we don't have any next numbers here. No next digits, no digits are there after 1. So what will happen? How I can put 0 here? See, we have the decimal point and we know that decimal point generates 0. We can write 0 from that decimal point. So I am putting here 0. So 100 5s are 500. So remainder will be 10. Then after that again I have put 1 0. I have taken 1 0 by the decimal point. So 100 ones are what? 100. So remainder is 0. So see, the answer is 0.4351. So here I have written 2 zeros, but it is not necessary for doing this division only. That will be that I have to write, but final answer will be what? 0.4351. That will be our answer. We have also done directly also. Okay, so this is the direct technique I told you, and this is the long division method. You can do it by long division method also. Okay, so next is number 2, when the divisor is a whole number or a decimal number. This is very, very important. In this case you have to do by the long division method, or you can do cancellation also. Okay, so we will do first for when the divisor is a whole number. So next is, I have taken one example. Here divisor is our whole number. So here we have to divide with the help of long division method. So this is the long division method, already you know. 1.001 I have already discussed in the previous example. 7 zeros are 0. First you have to write this, because 1 does not comes in the table of 7. So 7 zeros are 0, 1. Then 10, 0 you have to take. So 7 ones are 7. 10 minus 7 will be 3. After that 0 comes down, so 30. Then 7 fours are 28. 10 minus 8 will be 2. Then 1 comes down. Then 7 threes are 21, and the remainder will be what? 0. So our final answer is 0.143. So next is when divisor is a decimal number. So this is the example, 37.96 divided by 7.3. So here our denominator is a decimal number. Now what I am doing, see, I am multiplying numerator and denominator with 10. Why I have multiplied numerator and denominator with 10? See, here the denominator is 7.3. But as we have done in multiplication, that we can change a decimal number into a whole number by multiplying it with 10 or 100 or 1000, etc. So here see, 7.3, if I multiply it with 10, then I will get what? Here this will convert to 730, and the decimal point will be here. So I have to write 73.0, and 73.0 can be written as 73 only. So again 73 is a what? 73 is a whole number. So we can now divide the decimal number by a whole number. In my previous example already I have done, so you have to do with the help of long division method now. So this is very simple, see, but you have to see where the decimal point is present. See here, after decimal point we have only one place. That's why I have multiplied it with 10. If you are multiplying denominator by 10, then for balancing the condition, you have to multiply the numerator also with 10. Similarly, if we have 7.34 in denominator, so then what I have to do? I have to multiply it with 100, because after decimal we have 2 digits. So if I multiply it with 100, then it will become a whole number, that will be 734. Okay, like that. First of all, before doing, you have to check the decimal number, that how many digits are present after the decimal point. Okay, first of all plan. Okay, just whenever you are doing a question, first of all make a plan how to do it. Okay, so don't do directly. Okay, and without planning don't do the questions. Just plan. Before you are doing, you have to plan how to execute the question. Okay, how to write the answer properly, how to write the steps. Okay, this is the important thing. See here, you have to do only division here, no need to do any extra work. So why we do it casually? We have to do it in a stepwise manner. Okay, so don't do it casually, just analyze some something that here we are having denominator is a decimal number, so you have to convert it into whole number. So which whole number, how we will convert it into whole number, what number you have to multiply. So analyze before doing. Okay. So now you can do exercise 3.1, question number 3 and 4. Already for 1 and 2 I have discussed the multiplication and how to do the multiplication. I have already discussed in my previous lecture. So try to complete exercise 3.1 and share me in the WhatsApp. I am repeatedly telling you, please share with me, because you are doing the steps, you are doing the questions, I know, but I have to check the steps. Okay. Some students are sharing me, they are doing me where they are doing mistakes. Like whenever you are writing steps, it should be in a proper manner, and it should have a meaning. Okay. Sometimes you write and they don't have any meaning. Okay. So if you share it with me, then I can correct your mistakes. Okay. So try to share with me. Next is the units of measurement, next topic. So here in this, see, this is the application part. What application part? In previous lecture already I have discussed the multiplication of decimal numbers, and in my this lecture I have discussed the division. So here what happened in units of measurement? Whenever we try to convert a number to a number having one unit and you have to convert it into a different unit, what will happen? As you know the chart, you have to go to the down or you have to go to the up. Okay, so you know whenever we go to down, you have to multiply it with 10 or 100, etc. And whenever we go up, we have to divide by 10 or 100 or etc. Okay, so here what will happen? If you are having given any decimal number and you have to multiply it with 10 or 100, and if you have to multiply it with 10 or 100, then how to multiply or how to divide it? This you have to do it here. So this is one of the, you can say, application part of multiplication and division of the decimal numbers. So I have written one chart only. Already you know these things, we have studied from class 5 itself. This is the chart, see, kilometer, hectometer, decameter, meter, decimeter, centimeter, millimeter. So the basic unit for measuring length, already you know, meter. Meter is the basic unit of length. Okay, so this is the chart. According to this chart you have to do the questions. So right now I am doing exercise 3.2. You try to write all of the chart. This is the chart for length. Like this we have another chart for capacity and another chart for mass. So try to write, and whenever you have to do the question, you have to follow the chart. Okay. So in exercise 3.2 I am taking question number 1, G. So see number G. So here you have to convert 0.031 decimeter to millimeter. See, this is decimeter, okay, dm. You have to convert it into decimeter to millimeter. So where is decimeter? This is decimeter, and from decimeter you have to go down. How many steps? 2 steps. Okay. So already you know, whenever we go 2 steps down, then we have to multiply. Okay. Multiply it with how many tens? 2 tens. So 10 into 10, you have to multiply it with 10 into 10. That means you have to multiply this decimal number with 100. So then it will get converted to millimeter. So by using this chart, I can write 0.031 into 100. Now when I am writing it, when I am multiplying it with 100, here if you want to write the unit, you can write the unit. But here you cannot write dm because it is already converted to what? Millimeter. Okay. So if you want to write, you can write. Otherwise, in the final answer, you have to write the unit. Okay. Here is not compulsory, but finally when you are writing the answer, you must write the unit. Okay, so this is what, when we multiply a decimal number with 100, the decimal point shift to the right side. Already you know how many places it will go? 2. So 1, 2. So 3.1. I will get the answer as 3.1 millimeter. So this is the final answer. So the next one is S number, 6 kg 300 gram to gram. So here you have to convert this number to gram. So already it is in gram, so no need to change this. Just we will change 6 kg to gram. So 6 kg to gram, kg is the position, this position, and gram will be this one. You know you have to come three steps down. So you have to multiply 6 with what? 1000 to convert it into gram. So 6 into 1000 will be 6000. 6000 gram plus 300 gram, it will be 6300 gram. This is very easy. Okay, so next question, try to do it. You can do it, I know, because these things already you know, we have already discussed in our classes. See, whenever we are using the chart, and when we come from up to down steps, what will happen? We are multiplying. Okay, we are multiplying. So when we multiply, what happen? We get larger number or we get smaller number? Already you know, when we multiply, we get larger numbers, and when we divide, we get what? We get the smaller number. So in the next questions, these things ask that when you convert, for example in question number 2a, it is written, when you convert meter to centimeter, will it be a larger number or smaller number? So what you have to check? You have to check that from meter to centimeter, you go to down or you go to up. When we convert meters to centimeter, you see meter to centimeter, you will go down. So whenever we go down, we have to multiply, and if we multiply, the number will get larger. So we will get the large number. Okay. Similarly, these questions, okay, 2, 3, 4, you can do it by yourself.